Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to the channel if you are new here. I'm Alexandra and today's video was made possible thanks to the 𝐸 Creators Network because we are gonna have a look today at the Sims 4 Royalty and Legacy expansion pack. This is gonna be the world overview video, and I have to say a huge thanks to the 𝐸 for providing me with an early access build of the game. This is not final software, and we're gonna be looking today at the new world that's coming with the pack, which is Ondarion, and I cannot wait to show you everything that's new in this new world. So here is the main panel that we have in the game when you first enter the Royalty and Legacy expansion pack, and we have here the main information about this expansion pack. First of all, your family, your legacy. You can build up prestige, maintain unity, and be the powerhouse family everyone wants to keep up with. But remember, elevated status means elevated drama. And then of course we have to claim our crown. Many worlds can be kingdoms, but only one sim world can wear the crown. Shape your kingdom, best your rivals, and maybe woo a noble frog as you climb to the top. And of course, what can be more interesting than scandals when we talk about royalty and legacy? We have to do it for the plot. Forbidden loves and secret children are just a few situations that can become saucy scandals. When faced with a scandal, Sims can apologize, atone, wait it till out, and deny everything. And what we're gonna be talking about today and what I'll be showing you, it's what the kingdom awaits. Ondarion is a world with rich history and powerful dynasties where opulence is around every corner. With an empty throne, the stage is set and the stories are yours to tell. And I really find this very interesting, because we do not have now a king or a queen for this new Ondarion world. And I really think this is a very good thing for the game, because actually you as a player are gonna be able to decide who can be the actual king and queen of the new world. So we better dive in because we're gonna have a lot to see. And this is, guys, the new world that we have. This is the tiny image of Ondarion. We have a lot of households that are in this world. And what's about Ondarion? Let's see the description now. The regal kingdom of Ondarion takes its name from the Emerald Sea that unites its three great shores. It is upon these same coastlines that three distinct cultures connect by one sea, live together, and exchange traditions. Together, they have forged a grand legacy of nobility and aristocratic dynasties, which has lasted for countless generations. To this day, the nobles of Ondarion duel each other through political plays and battles of succession in the race to the ultimate goal, the kingdom's royal crown. I'm so excited about this, and as you can see, this is the map of Ondarion with three different neighborhoods. And actually, I will quickly pop up on the screen the builders that actually helped creating the lots for this expansion pack, and they are actually the Plumbum Kingdom, 𝐬𝐻𝐸𝐼, Emerald Stories, and Studio Gabri. And many congratulations for these builders for helping doing this beautiful build for this expansion pack. And I believe we're gonna start with something that's new for this world, and that's the new lot types that we have with this expansion pack. We have the new Backroom Lot, which actually it's such a cool lot because it leads some sort of a double life. It's a special lot type that acts as a library or gym or museum by day, and during the night it transforms into a nightclub. And I really think this is such a cool thing to have, multiple activities that Sims can do in a specific lot during the day, and then after a certain hour it's gonna become functional for completely something else. And I really think this is a very good feature. And the other new community lot type that we have is the community market, where of course the locals, can trade handcrafted items, or they can actually sell goods, and it actually is working as a market, and I really am excited about this as well. So I believe we're gonna go to this side because here we can have a new panel with the kingdom manager. So as you can see, we have here the kingdom of Ondarion, and we have, you know, the townies that we saw in the official trailer, and we can see what level they have and what activities they do. Like we have the active noble decrees, and we can see which one it's, you know, a grand duke, what are their actual, you know, statute in the community. We have lords, we have lordom, and you can actually decide the names of this, like their titles can be adjusted in the edit kingdom titles. So you can actually name this however you want. We have for masculine sims, feminine, and neutral. You can call them, of course, for rank 10, king and queen. We have grand duke and grand duchess. We have duke and duchess, marquis and marchioness, and so on. We have the count, viscount, baron, baronet, and the first rank it's knight and dame and knightum. This is actually, oh my god, it's such a good feature, and we actually expected that for, you know, the actual gameplay, because you of course will have statue accordingly to the new career that's gonna be in the expansion pack, and you have, you know, to build your way up in the actual rank 10 for the title of the king and queen. So actually at this moment Ondarion does not have a king or a queen. It's for the player to decide who's gonna take the throne, and we're gonna dive now into the actual neighborhoods, and I believe we're gonna start right here with Verdemar. Fierce and untamed like its people, Verdemar is a place of bold contrast. Rowdy pirates and educated nobles have both called it home throughout history. What may seem like an old clash from the outside is in the truth a peaceful marriage of cultures. Indeed, it's almost impossible to find noble family without pirate ancestors here. To this day, this is a place for adventurers and the outcasts, where the strong and the savvy earn the most respect. So actually, you guys, Verdemar neighborhood, it's actually inspired from Portugal country, and you'll be actually blown away about how beautiful everything is here. So we actually have in this neighborhood 6 new lots, and they are on different sizes. We have this 50 by 50 lot, which is occupied by the thief family. You know, the Cordelia princess, it's living right here. We know her from the trailer. And then we have this 20 by 15 lot occupied by Romaldo household. We have a tiny empty lot 30 by 20, and also a home that's not occupied. It's the fisherman's hut, and it's on a 20 by 20. And then we have the 30 by 30 lot where Abrantes household is currently living, and here we have the local bar on a 30 by 20, and it's the old Voyager. All right, here we are, and I am really excited to show you this neighborhood because it's one of my favorite, but it's hard to say, like, it's not a correct way for me to say that's my favorite, because I really do love all the neighborhoods. And as you can see, this is a very large neighborhood, I would say, and of course it's surrounded by the sea, because in the description of Ondarion we learned that each neighborhood is separated by the sea. And as you can see, we have this beautiful lighthouse tower over here. We can actually view this, go through here, and we also have this beautiful tiny beach, and then these beautiful Portuguese inspired buildings with the boats and the dock. This is so beautiful, and I really love the aesthetic of this neighborhood. As you can see, the lots are very brightened, and it just makes me so happy to see this. I have to be honest, it kind of reminds me of Tortosa a little bit, because as we learned, it's a very Mediterranean inspired pack, and I am so happy with all of the buildings that are here. So this is the actual lot that's empty. It's a 20 by 30 lot, and over to this side we have the actual lot where the 𝐸𝐤 household is currently living. Look at this building. This is such a beautiful lot, you guys. I'm obsessed with this lot. And as you can see, throughout the neighborhood, we have these beautiful places where you can get your Sims to do certain activities. Like, look at this view. This view, you can come here, you can sit, you can play chess, and you can enjoy the beautiful view through the sea. And for me, it's just magical. As you can see, all that is here, it's magical for me. And we have this waterfall right here, so beautiful. And one thing that I really enjoyed about this is that we have this tiny portals where you can click to your sim to actually go to the cliff. And if they go here, they will actually pop up right over here, because you know, it saves time for you when you have to climb all of those stairs to get up or to get down to the cliff. And I really think this is such an interesting way, you know, to save time during gameplay. And over to this side, we have the place where you can actually ask blacksmith to craft a sword for you. If you want to enroll the actual swordmanship tournament, you can do that throughout multiple places in all neighborhoods, and you need to have an actual sword to enroll the swordmanship tournament. And I really think that's a really interesting new skill that you can work. And as you can see, people here can actually practice swordmanship, and I really think this is also a very nice thing to do. And over to this side, we have again many beautiful spots. I wish I knew how to describe this better, but for me it's just very beautiful. And I can see where they took inspiration from, and as you can see, everything is so detailed. Every single building has something different, and I really enjoy this so much. And over to this side, we have a tiny lot that's not occupied with a starter home. And over to this side, it's the 30 by 20 lot, which is occupied by a household. Very beautiful as well. And if you take a look, you know, from this side through the neighborhood and to the sea, like, it's so peaceful. And I can actually imagine that I'm here. So moving on, because we have another two neighborhood to check out, I think we're gonna go now to Bellacorde neighborhood, which is right over here. So this time we have apartments as well, guys. In this expansion pack, we didn't got apartment buildings in a long time. And in actual Bellacorde and Dambele neighborhood, we have two apartment buildings. Both of them are actually with just 2 units, and they are so beautiful. I'm so happy we got apartments. Again, they are exactly as in 𝐦𝐮𝐬𝐢 or Evergreen Harbor. And yes, we're gonna take a look now to Bellacorde and what can we learn about this neighborhood. Class, opulence, and elegance. In Bellacorde, everything is romantic, beautiful, and crazy expensive. With a long history rooted in chivalry and court drama, there's no better place to savor every aspect of the elite lifestyle. Just don't get too carried away and end up doing something scandalous. Gossip is sharp and travels fast here, and in Bellacorde, there is no greater sin than a tainted image. Alright, so this is about Bellacorde. And this is a neighborhood that's very northern Italy inspired, and I really like it very much. We have a 64 by 64 lot here. We have a lounge which is on a 40 by 30. We have the 2 apartments in the Lakeview Apartments building. We have the Monty household which is living on this 20 by 15 lot, and then we have the 50 by 50 lot which is occupied by the noble family Cap. And I believe we're gonna travel here now because I need to show you this neighborhood. Alright, so here we are at the Bellacorde Palace, and this is also such a beautiful building. The builders really did a very good job with the builds for this expansion pack. And as you can see, we are taking a look at Italy. because this is so Italian and I am obsessed with it. I actually love so much this country and I've been there multiple times and I can see the resemblance in everything that's looking, as actual, areas from that country. And as you can see, here we have the apartment buildings, and I really, really love this Times Square right over here with the fountains, and everything is so decorated, and the gardens right here, the trees, everything is so lush and just beautiful. I really, really love this neighborhood as well. And even in the background we can see the hills with grapevines and trees, and overall is a very, very well designed neighborhood. And of course we also have here a place where you can enroll the SWAT machine tournament. But like, can you just take a look at the surroundings? But okay, let's have a moment to have a look at this. I really find this very, very beautiful. The sea, it's so gorgeous, and as you can see in the other side, we have a sort of an image of the Dambele neighborhood, which I really think is so realistic because, as I said, all neighborhoods are separated by the sea. Okay, so the lots in this neighborhood, it's this lounge, very beautiful building with this very beautiful outdoorsy activity area where you can actually come here and plan a grand ball event. We have the piano right on this side, and it's such a beautiful way to host an event outside, like a royal event. And now it's actually almost sunset and the lighting is so beautiful. And over to this side we have some new gameplay things like the enchanted mirror, where you can actually examine it, gaze into the future, or investigate secrets on someone. Because if you know secrets, you can decide then what you want to do with them. So if you want scandals, there's a very, very good way for you to learn secrets on people that you know. And also you can gaze into future to see what the future actually has to offer for you. And then we have this very beautiful lake that surrounds this tiny island with the mirror on. And overall, this is what we have in Bellacorde neighborhood. And the last neighborhood that we have to check out is Dambele neighborhood, which is known for its vibrant streets, communal spaces, and a strong tradition of painting and crafting. Dambele is a warm and welcoming place. Don't be missed by its no-frills exterior. This is an extremely wealthy neighborhood. They just don't like to flaunt in here. After all, the greatest of Dambele traditions is for everyone in its community to share with each other. So this is the West African Nigerian inspired neighborhood from Ondarion. We have here this apartment building with 2 units. We have the new community lot type, which is the community market. We have another 50 by 50 lot where the Darang noble family is actually living. And we also have the back room, which is the new lot type as well, and another 30 by 20 lot where we have a home that's not occupied by anyone. Alright, so we are here in the Dambele neighborhood, and I don't even know where to start because this is, again, I would say one of my favorite. I really love all the neighborhoods because each neighborhood has something special, you guys. And what I love here the most, it's the color of the water, because tell me if I'm wrong, but I really do feel like everything it's very bright, and then the other sea that we saw, it's the blue, it's very, very light, and I really, really like this so much. And one more thing that I love about this is that you can actually come with your boat, Sulani boats. We now have boats that you can have in your inventory and actual sail by boat, and I really think that's a nice thing they added because we can travel with boats as well. And yes, this is Dambele. This is so large, like I'm zooming out like maximum right now. and I can't cover the old neighborhood in my actual screen, you guys. I have to go, you know, in the right side, left side, so I can show you everything because it's such a large neighborhood. I think it's much bigger than the other ones. And as you can see, we have the desert in the background, and we have this very West African buildings that are placed everywhere. And overall, the whole look of this, it's very elegant, and I really love this aesthetic as well. I'm so happy we got a new neighborhood like this because it's something we didn't have in the game, and I'm so happy for people that live in this part of the world where this neighborhood was, you know, inspired from, because they actually wanted this kind of a world, this kind of a neighborhood in the game for so long. And yes, let's go now to the center of this neighborhood where we have the Grand Palace, which is right over here. Such a beautiful building as well. And you can see here we have a lot of fountains, a lot of stairs. Everything in this new Ondarion world, it's like placed on cliffs, and we have so many stairs and, you know, a lot of pathways that go up and down, and I really think that's so beautiful as well. So if you want to enroll this sword machine tournament, you can do that in this neighborhood as well. Right over here you can also practice, and here is the 30 by 20 lot that's not occupied by anyone. You can move a family here if you want. This is the actually back room where you can visit, and we're gonna be going there in a couple of minutes to check it out. And then over to this side we have the actual market, and as you can see, you can come here and you have selling tables that you can, you know, use to sell your crafted things. And I cannot wait to actually use this feature for any kind of markets, you know, not necessarily crafted markets. I really think it's a nice way for people just to come there and sell their own goods. And over to this side we have the apartment building, which it's having actually 2 units. And as I mentioned in the other neighborhoods, over the sea you can have, you know, a tiny log of the other neighborhoods we saw before. So when we were in Bellacorde, we had a tiny preview image of Dambele. Now that we are in Dambele, we have a tiny small image of actual Bellacorde, and I think if we move this way, yeah, we can have a tiny picture of the actual Verdemar neighborhood. And I think now we're gonna travel to Backroom right over here to see how this is functioning. Now it's during the day, so I assume we're gonna be seeing this lot as a library, gym, or museum. And when it's gonna be nighttime, we're gonna see how this lot is functioning as the actual nightclub. So one more thing that I really think it's very beautiful everywhere, it's how the plants are, you know, placed, and the actual sand that's blown away by the wind. I really think this is such a cool thing because it's so realistic, you know, to have the sand that's coming up because of the winds. And as you can see, all the surroundings are so beautiful here. Like, look at this. This beautiful tree right here in the middle is so beautiful. And yes, this is the back room, guys. Look, it's actually looking like a lounge. You can grab coffee, you can read books, so, you know, working as an actual library as well. And if we go upstairs, you also have a place to play chess and to use computers. But if we go one level down, you are gonna see the actual nightclub. I really love this so much because this lot type gives you so much more things to do with your lots, to have multiple functionalities, and I really think this is very beautiful to have. So I fast forward time a bit. It's almost 9 p.m. and as you can see, the bartender, it's coming to the bar, you know, because this lot is starting to function as an actual nightclub now because it's nighttime. And I really think this is a very nice feature, and probably, yeah, Sims are gonna come and hang out here because it's a nightclub. And now we can take a look at Dambele neighborhood during the night. The lights are so beautiful, the buildings and everything. The sea is so shiny. And yes, I will leave you guys, I think, with this beautiful view of Dambele. And I believe we covered everything about the new lots that we have, the new neighborhoods that we have. And now I will quickly show you the stories of the townies that are in Ondarion. So we are gonna take a look back to Verdemar neighborhood where the 𝐬𝐤 family is actually living, and their story is that after years of adventure at sea, Cordelia 𝐬𝐤 V has returned to Verdemar and seemingly settled down. Now happily married to 𝐸𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬 of the Abrantes dynasty, she seems to have everything one needs to win the race to the throne. But many do wonder if she's truly interested in ruling, or if her appetite for adventure would inevitably take over. There's plenty of eyes on her, thirsty for a potential new scandal. So we know that Cordelia has some sort of relationship with the pirate. We saw that in the trailer, and I'm really curious on how the the story goes and what actual scandal means, and I cannot wait to explore that as well. And we learned that 𝐸𝐤𝐚 is part of the Abrantes dynasty, which actually lives right over here. As you can see, this lot has the actual highest Havik lot rate, which is very cool. And let's see what's about this household. After the successful marriage between her eldest son and the heiress of the 𝐬𝐤 family, Ermelinda Abrantes would now be in the perfect position to retire. Unfortunately, her desire for family to climb up more ranks didn't really go away with old age. In between the family's politics and power plays, her teen daughter Sophia often finds herself as a native observer to noble life, occasionally picking up court scandals that might otherwise go unnoticed. So this is about the Abrantes family, and the other household that's in Verdemar is Ramalado. This is a single sim, and 𝐦𝐮𝐬𝐈 learned his greatest life lesson at a young age. The end always justifies the means. And you know, growing up in Dambele was nice, but he knew he wanted a little more thrill in his life, so he moved to Verdemar, where his father originally came from. Here he quickly noticed that if you're ambitious and shrewd, there's a lot of intriguing work to be found in fighting the inequality between commoners and nobles, or in taking advantage of it. That's a really interesting description for a sim that's, single and has, not many things in the background except for being, living in Dambele and then moving here where he originally came from. His father came here originally, and it's a very interesting background because probably he wants to actually find its way somewhere up in the rank of nobles, and why not to actually become the ruler of the kingdom. And if we're moving now to the Bellacorde neighborhood, we have here 3 households. One, it's living in the apartment unit, and it's the Alto household, a single sim, where Enzo is the hottest and most charming eligible bachelor in all of Ondarion, at least according to his mother, who's been waiting desperately for him to stop having fun and do something with his life. The dozens of exes he's left behind might have different opinions of him. This is lore. This is a very good lore right over here. I love this so much. I love his story, and I really think a lot of princesses would court him. But moving on to the other household, the Monty household lives on this 20 by 15 lot, and we have 3 sims. And what's about them? Following her heart had drastic consequences for Juliet Monty, formerly Cap. Disowned by her old dynasty, she lost her noble ranking and most of her fortunes. Yet life is so much better with her sweetheart Romeo. Oh, the name Romeo, this is so sweet actually. It really, this is actually Italy. Okay, going back, it has truly filled her heart to see their son Dante growing up to be as kind-hearted as his father. However, now that her new family is rooted and settled, she keeps daydreaming about claiming back all that was taken from her. So, as you can see, we have here Juliet, which actually was a member of the Cap family, and she lost her noble ranking because she was disowned by her own family, probably due to a scandal. And now we're gonna move to the Cap noble family, which has a lot of money, and this is their story. Tybalt certainly got plenty from life, all the simoleons one could wish for, and a dream home to enjoy his lavish parties. Oh, and ever since he outstated his sister Juliet, he is the highest ranking noble in Bellacorde. But maybe there's more he could get. After all, who better than a wealthy man like him to be king of Ondarion? There's only one small strain in his perfect image. His 3 kids are grown, yet they insist on being chronically single and not settling down. First, Beatrice, a diamond beloved across the kingdom, she could have anyone, yet complains about her dreaming of something more meaningful. Then there is Celeste, the idealist, who believes the family mottos of honor and chivalry are meant to be taken quite seriously. How naive. And finally, Virgilio. Ugh, what a disgrace of a son, always criticizing high society and calling them hypocrites. Why can't he just enjoy his money like Tybalt does? Alright, I like that so much. This is a very good lore that's happening right over here. I cannot wait to start the gameplay with these families and see what's gonna be happening in the future. And now we're gonna talk about the households that are in Dambele. We have the Darong household here on this 50 by 50 lot. Strength through union, the Darong's family motto, and united they've been for generations, but can it last forever? The old 𝐬𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬, head of the dynasty, has dreamed of his daughter 𝐬𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬 becoming queen since her youth. Over the years, she proved herself a wonderful candidate, gathering favor across the kingdom through her philanthropic efforts. Her path to the crown seemed to be smoothly falling in place, right until the premature and sudden passing of her husband. As if that wasn't enough, with her growing popularity, more rabble-rousters began to pry into the Dargons, probing into whether the seemingly perfect family had truly no scandals to hide. As challenges pile on, 𝐬𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬 forges ahead, mustering the strength of her beloved family to support her in the race of the crown. We have also a kid in this household, and speaking about 𝐬𝐤𝐚 Dargon, the thing is, her father had a secret child, so that's the actual lore that's gonna, mess this family up. But I will let you find out more about this if you're gonna play with the royalty and legacy expansion pack, you guys. And the last household that we have to present from the new world, it's the 𝐸𝐻𝐻 family, which is made out of these 2 Sims, 𝐸𝐻𝐻 and 𝐸𝐻𝐻, and their story is this one. Playful and goofy, the 𝐸𝐻𝐻s are a warm and welcoming family as long as you don't mind the pranks. But there is more to them than just fun and games. 𝐸𝐻𝐻, who spent his life as a modest artisan, is now raising his granddaughter 𝐸𝐻𝐻 after her mother's passing. And the father? Well, no one knows who that truly is. 𝐸𝐻𝐻 says he was too different from the rest of them. It was a mutual agreement that 𝐸𝐻𝐻 would stay an 𝐸𝐻𝐻 and grow up to have a regular life, whatever that means. But many still gossip about the mystery. Some even swear they've seen some sizable donations in the 𝐸𝐻𝐻's mailbox. So I already spilled the tea for you. We have the father of Afua, which is from the Dargon noble family, and I won't say more, you have to discover yourself. And I believe that's all we had to cover when it comes to the Townies and the story between, the noble families. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this new world? What do you think about the neighborhoods? Which one is your favorite? Which lore of the families are you more intrigued about? And overall, if you're excited about the world that's coming in this expansion pack. In my opinion, these neighborhoods are one of the best we had in a long time. I haven't seen something that's not finished, as we were maybe used to see in other expansion packs. I have to say that. I really saw details that really make a difference. And the overall aesthetic in each neighborhood, it's different and very beautiful at the same time. Let me know what you think about them. I'm very curious to read all of your comments, and keep an eye on the channel because we're gonna have more royalty and legacy videos coming up very soon. Thank you so much guys for watching. I really appreciate you, and we're gonna see each other in the next video. Bye everyone.